So with traditional services companies, I'm facing this for a few companies. Okay, so the top notch talent don't want to come to you. Okay, so this was a problem 10 years back in the US for services companies. So usually in US, the moment somebody goes from here and does a master's there, they want to go and join a company like Facebook, Tesla, Microsoft, something like that. Okay, the ones who don't get the jobs in these product companies, right, they will become contractors for these product companies. They are just there but not there. They'll become the ones who don't even get jobs there, right, they are the ones who will be your on-site hires in the US. This was a common trend. In India, though, they did not have any option. They had to join only these services companies, and only services companies had this thing of taking in fresh talent and training them. Earlier, when we had before GCCs became a common word, when we had City, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, and all these guys, right, they will not take any 0 to 5 year talent. They will directly go and take 5+ year talent from these companies. So that was creating enough void in these services companies for you to promote people as well. So now things are changing. How do you think, are we going to be left with, in services companies, are we going to be left with only the people who don't get product company jobs? Or do you think we will get good talent there as well? What is your take on that, Sunil?
I think to our earlier discussion, right? A lot of the services companies or agencies have to reinvent as well, right? There's one key thing, and you brought it up earlier as well, of instant gratification. So there's a brand to it. What is going to be my brand, right? As an individual, if I join there, what is the brand represent from your side as well? Do you work with the Teslas? Do you work with the Facebooks? Can I get in there and work with some of them, right? And will you help me build my brand as well, right? And how am I going to be positioned within and outside, right? Am I getting opportunities to go talk somewhere? Am I getting opportunities to kind of represent the company somewhere? Compensation being the bottom line, right? You have to be able to competently pay them for what they bring, right? And they will expect you to kind of pay market above market if you want to be retained. So we are having to reinvent how we are hiring one and retaining, right? So in retention, they will want to be working on bleeding edge, cutting edge, and if you're stopping that and you go into monotonous work, they'll look out, right? And to our earlier discussion about when will they start feeling very antsy about kind of work and all of that. So I think for us, we've kind of evolved to creating this whole aspect around employee social satisfaction. But how am I feeling today, right? Am I feeling good to be here, right? Am I being given the value both internally, outside? Am I being shown up on LinkedIn? Am I being recognized with awards, right? Am I being shown some of these aspects where they have a peer who's being shown so I can get there, right? Am I seeing a runway for myself there? If not, 2 to 3 years they'll be gone. We want to be able to create a runway where they see themselves being a certain level, being able to create their own brand in the 5-10 years that we want them to be here and be able to create their own ecosystem around it, right? So it's kind of where we are evolving and the thought process is changing as well. It's no longer about there's a software to build, right? It's a lot about the people, their brand, and how do we kind of build a lot more of the social satisfaction around it. It's changing a lot for us, so we're evolving along with that.